Now, since only few days are left, I will mainly talk about NCERT topics, and if I venture out of that, I will write it down in this slide. So, before I start this video, I'll ask you to please grab your NCERT book so that you can go through the chapter while I tell you the important topics. So when we start this chapter, we first see the salient features of living organisms. You can basically give it a reading. But there's this particular paragraph on reproduction studied very well, because they often ask direct questions about that amoeba line and how unicellular organisms divide. Is that a sign of growth? So reproduction is one of the most important salient features. But then at the same time, if you are asked a question that what is the most obvious and technically complicated feature of living organisms which is not found in any other non-living organisms, is basically their sense. Through their sense organs, they sense their surroundings or environment. So response to stimuli, that is the most important salient feature of living organism. We often get confused because there are so many written, but the most important salient feature is the response to stimuli feature. And then we'll basically come to the nomenclature. Now I won't say nomenclature in a new way. I will just tell you that please study the nomenclature. Know how do you give a scientific name, and study the full forms. For example, there are a lot of full forms. Know the difference, know the definitions of taxonomy, systematics. These definitions are very important. And also I'm going to now tell you a mnemonic, how to remember the hierarchy of taxonomic categories. So for now, just remember the ICBN, etc., all these full forms, because these full forms are often asked. So remember all the full form that is there in NCERT, and after that, remember who is the father of taxonomy, etc. Now, since I've started the topic, I will basically tell you what taxonomy is. It basically depicts the rank or level in the hierarchical arrangement in ascending order. Now, the categories, the hierarchy, the taxonomic hierarchy, the mnemonic is keep plants clean or family gets sick. Keep, K for keep, so kingdom. Keep pots clean, so phylum, and for animal, and division for plants. So keep pots clean, C for class or order. Family is family, get sick, genus and species. So remember that in case of species, they have maximum similar characters. Okay, like if organisms of the same species, they can mate with each other, they can reproduce amongst each other. In most cases, obviously there are exceptions, but organisms of the same species, they have the most similar characters. So this is about the taxonomic hierarchy. Now we will come to I will just give a few the separate informations which are not there. For example, in NCERT, the different types of taxonomy are not there. I will just attach the different types of taxonomy. There are basically 3 types of taxonomy: alpha taxonomy, beta taxonomy, and omega taxonomy. Since it's not there in NCERT, I'll just write it down in this slide for you. You can just study it from here. It is kind of important. And now I'll go back to NCERT and talk about the taxonomic aids, which is the herbarium, etc. And also one of the other things is father of Indian taxonomy, the term taxonomy, who coined it. These 1 or 2 information is very important from this chapter only. It's basically general knowledge. You don't need to know it for other chapters, but for this chapter, I'll just write it down in this slide itself, so that you don't have to go to other places and find it out. Also, suffixes are really important for us to understand which is a kingdom, which is a family, because often you will see that they give like match and pair to match the genus, match the kingdom. And often in place of genus, the one that is given is not at all a genus or not at all a family, or like So it's very important that we remember the suffixes, so that at least we know that the one which is written in beside family is a family. So the suffixes are very important. We should memorize the suffixes. These are the suffixes for all of them. If it is not here, that means it is not specified and we should not rely. But all of these are reliable. You can match and see that. And also there's a table in NCERT. Memorize it by heart, because there are 3 examples and at least one comes every year. Since we are talking about taxonomic aids, we need to first know what is a taxonomic aid. In certain other books, you'll use the term taxonomic guide. They are the same thing. So taxonomic guide or taxonomic aids, it refers to the various techniques that are used to store the plant species or the animal species, which will basically help us to identify it later. Because we need to identify it, classify it, so that other people can also study about it. So the most important one, which is also important for NEET, a lot of questions come here, is herbarium. Study herbarium from NCERT. Okay, and also remember it is for assembled plant techniques, not animal. And one thing that is not written in NCERT, it can come, is that the preservation and collection. The collection, the chemical used is formalin, 4% formalin. And for preservation, it is AgCl2, mercuric chloride. So from herbarium, that is all. Museum and zoological park, botanical garden, you can just study from NCERT. They don't really ask specific questions. They just want to know what happens. In zoological park, it's animals. In botanical garden, it's plants. And in museums, what is the one place where you can find repository of both plant and animal samples? It is a museum. So herbarium is only plant, museum is both plants and animal samples, zoological garden is alive animals, and botanical garden is a place where you can find alive plants. And key is basically to identify both plants and animals. Study key very well, because they ask direct lines from key. So the key part, don't just read it, just memorize it. Okay, other parts you can read. Herbarium you can read by point wise, as I said, and key you have to memorize it, because they ask directly from here. Now I think that is all for this chapter. Just certain terminologies and points in case you want to know more and they just go out of topic. That is the different types of species, which are sympatric species, allopatric species, and polytypic, monotypic species, etc. I'll write it down for you guys, but if you want me to include any other topic or any other chapter, I'll try to do all of them before this 13th. But for now, living world, that is all you need to remember. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and share it among your friends. If you want me to do videos on other topics, you can write in the comment section. I'll get back to that. And if you want this PDF, you can always write it in the comments. I'll send it to you. And please help me grow. Thank you.